Okay, good evening everybody. It is Adam back with you again on the South End Guy. Tonight I'm at Holy Cross Church in Basildon. Basically, the reason I'm here is because there have been some reports of a red monk that's allegedly haunted this area, that's come from this church. Also, there's been a few reports of those that have alleged to have seen it. There's also been another report where someone said they faked it, in other words, so it was a hoax. They used a projector and projected some red monk onto some mist. That's the story. The Reverend Jane Richards, who I've spoken to on Facebook, said that she's been there a long time, she's not seen anything. So tonight, I mean, as much as the other places I've done, it's as much to see if there is anything here as if there isn't. So if the story's debunked, so be it. If it's real, then we'll know, won't we? So there we go. Tonight we've got Ricky back with us. Tracy's over there fiddling with a phone. So yeah, we're just going to do the run through the usual procedure, and I'll be straight back with you. Okay, yes, yeah, so we've just gone through the usual stuff. Yeah, they've very thoughtfully provided a bench tonight, and so yeah, without further ado, I'm going to try the OK2, see if we get anything. I haven't had anything on this for ages. I thought it went off earlier at Wallasey Island, but just turned out to be my phone again. So I just heard a noise, probably wildlife. Okay, so if there's any spirits or entities that are here, particularly a monk, if you are a red monk that's been said to have haunted this area, can you tell me you're here? You can light my meter up, you can set my little REM pod. You can set my REM pod off. Come and stand right next to us. You can come stand right next to us. Oh, yeah, this side. Yeah, don't say that because he'll come and sit there and all we'll know is you'll get a poke in the ear hole or something. Right, so yeah, if there is any spirits, any entities, I do not mean you any harm. None of us do. Just want to talk to you. Anything here at all, you can come and let us know. Come and tell me, shop, light me lights up, come and stand next to me. If you hear any noises, apparently there's a field behind us and there's some kids and shit over there, so I want to try and keep this as discreet as possible, because the last thing we want is unwanted attention. What are they doing over there? Perhaps they're scaring the spirits off. Right, so I'm going to give it another go. If you are here, if you're a spirit or an entity and you're here, if you're some sort of energy, you can use all your powers and you can make my lights move. Tell me you're here. You can come stand with us, stand behind us, come let me know. Kind of miss this going off. I'm going to give it the one more go. If you are a spirit or an entity and you're here, and you want to make yourself known, come and light me meter up. Anything here at all? Okay, so we have here no movement again. I do know this works because it picked up my phone earlier. Was that you? Yeah. Alright. I just had this noise.
Still getting used to it.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that here. So next up, I'm going to go and get my dowsing rods, see if I can do anything. I actually did at Wallasey earlier. I don't know if I started moving. The only problem was, you think, given the desolate nature of Wallasey, I'd be on my own. And I just started doing my stuff, and people started walking around like, I've just got to stop. And of course, because it's like a little cover, like a watch thing. You can kind of sit down in there and that. And of course, that's what I've done. I come and sat down. So I'm like, no. And like, I can't say like, can you F off, because I want to get on with this. Because they're like, they've just walked the same distance I have. So I think, yeah, if I was tired walking around here, I dare say you are. Right, so yeah, we're going to go down and we'll see if we can pick anything else up. I'm leaving the meter on, likewise the REM pod, just in case anything does show up. So, going to go to these, see if we can get anything. And okay, right, let's just settle. There we are, let yourself settle. If there's anything here, any ghosts, any spirits, any entities, if there's anything here you can tell me, particularly if you're a monk. If you are the red monk, you can let me know you're here by crossing these rods. Come let me know, cross these rods, tell me you're here. Let me know that you're here. Let me know this isn't a hoax. If you're the red monk and you want to tell me you're here, you can cross my dowsing rods. Is that doing anything? Okay. If you're not a red monk, but you are another spirit, if you're not the red monk, you can tell me by crossing these rods. If you're not the red monk. If you're not a red monk and you want to tell me you're here, cross my rods. I'm not here to harm you. What we've got to do is tell us you're here by crossing these rods. Don't have to be a red monk, it can be anyone. Okay. Any spirits at all, any entities at all. If you're here, you can tell me by crossing my rods. Anything at all. If you're male, female, doesn't matter. Just going to ask one more time. If there's any spirits or entities that are here, you can tell me you are here by crossing my dowsing rods. If you would rather Tracy talk to you, you can tell me by crossing my rods. If you would rather Tracy talk to you, you can cross my rods to tell me yes. Sometimes I may not respond to whoever's asking,
Yeah.
They may prefer someone else, may prefer a female. So I'm just going to ask that question one more time. If you would prefer Tracy to talk to you, you can cross my rods to tell me yes. Okay. Not really feeling anything, to be honest.
Nothing's going off.
No, not really feeling anything. Okay.
Do you want to move further down into the graveyard?
Can give it a try, yeah.
And
Right.
round there, like you said. I'll
Yeah.
do more to that side.
Yeah, we're just going to try around the side and see if there's any movement. Not just that, but I want to move away from the noises. Yeah, so I'm just going to move away from the noises, what's around there.
You
Oh
I
dear.
hope that was your bag. It sounded like something fell out your arse.
That was... Hang on. No, that's someone else's bottle of water. Mine's... You know what I do need? My phone. Right, okay. Yeah, apologies about that. We're just going to move around to the other side of the church. It's a bit darker and hopefully away from noises. So I'm going to give it a try here and we'll see what happens. Okay, right, so I'm just going to start from scratch a little bit again because we moved around the corner. Hopefully it'll get away from some unwanted noises and anything else. So, if you are a spirit, if you're an entity, I was hoping for a quiet night, particularly if you're a red monk, if you're a spirit of a monk that's been reported to have been seen here. Can you tell me, can you light my meter up? Can you come and stand by my lights? Either way, let us know you're here. Give some sort of sign that you're here. Show us you're not a hoax. Just going to ask one more time, then I'm going to go to dowsing rod. Anything here, any entities, any spirits, any ghosts, a red monk ghost, you can let me know you're here. You can light this meter up. Make my lights move, show me you're here. We can come and stand next to my camera. Come and stand next to my lights. I hate it when that happens. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go up my dowsing rods again. And we'll see if we get a response. So,
Yes, please.
right, go to these things. Here we go. So. So, if there's any spirits or entities that are here, you can make yourself known, you can tell me you are here by crossing my dowsing rods. Any spirits or entities that are here can tell me you are here by crossing these rods. Particularly if you're a red monk, if you're the spirit of a monk, if you are the spirit of the monk that's been seen here, cross my rods and tell me yes. Touch more movement with these. Right. might be a no. So, if you're not the spirit of a monk, if you are another spirit and you want to tell me you're here, cross my rods and tell me yes. You can tell me you're here by crossing these rods. Just sitting out again. Okay. That's interesting.
Oh, you even take a step back. Just so it doesn't swirl the wind around you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Right, just going to ask one more time. So we are next to a housing estate, believe it or not. Just waiting for your gunshots and things to go off and you know you're in Basildon. Right.
Your screen.
Yeah. Good. Right, one more time. If there is any spirits that want to make themselves known, cross my rods. If you want to talk to me, cross your rods to say yes.
Surprising how dead it is for graveyard, isn't it?
Yeah. What a popular place is. People are dying to get in. You think your jokes are bad?
No, yours.
I know. Okay. I mean, if anything, that's saying a no, because these weren't doing that round the corner.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to ask one more thing. If you would prefer, I'm just going to let these settle again. If you would prefer Tracy to talk to you, cross my dowsing rods. If you would prefer Tracy. If you would prefer Tracy, would you like to point to her? Not really much difference. I'm going to sway a little bit, but I think it's because of the breeze. Right, what about the spirit box? What do you think of it?
Like go further in the graveyard, so we're not near the housing estate.
Could they,
So you've got a bit of silence to talk.
yeah. Where's my meter? Down now.
You know to avoid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where I'll go, I suppose. Go a bit further down.
We just go and sit in the middle of the mall.
Yeah.
We're going to pick up something. Can't believe you're getting absolutely nothing.
I know. As I say, it's what reports do you believe? Do you believe the ones that they've seen it walking across the road in the morning, or really that wasn't brave, I just stood in.
But what I say is that tree.
Oh, yeah, give it a go.
Good hanging place, isn't it?
Yeah. Would you believe reports of those that seen it the early hours of the morning, or do you believe the report on the websites that say it was a hoax? As I say, the Reverend Jane, she said she hasn't seen anything. She's been a vicar here for quite a long time, so right. So I'm going to plonk it there, I think. Right. So sit down. Got wood. Right, I'm going to set this up next to the tree.
Could you put the torch over there, please?
No, I've got it.
That way.
Sorry.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I mean,
Right, stop.
let's get twist it down a little bit. There we go. Right, so Let's see if we do third time lucky. We're a bit away from whatever noises were going on, so maybe we can get something different here. So I'm just going to ask the question one more time. If you are an entity, if you are a spirit, I mean you absolutely no harm at all. All I want to do is want to talk to you, would you see with the greatest respect. You want to tell me you're here, make my lights, you can make my lights light up, that'll tell me you're here. Or you can come and stand next to the tree, entirely up to you. All we want to do is try and communicate, that's all. Thought it was a spider. Just blooming here. Anything here at all, come and light my meter up and tell me you're here. If you're a ghost, if you're an entity, if you're a spirit, particularly that of a red monk, the so-called red monk that everyone's told us about, you can make yourself known by lighting my meter up. Make these lights move, use whatever energy you've got. We'll come and stand next to the tree, just here. Like that. That's all you got to do, whatever you hear. Do not mean you any harm at all, no disrespect. See car lights in the distance, was blue enough. Okay, just going to ask one more time and I'll go to dowels and rods and see if we get anything. Right, if you are a spirit, an entity, you want to tell me you're here, light my meter up. Show me you're here. Okay. We've got nothing on there by the looks of it. So we're going to go to 1,000 watts for third and final time and see if we can get anything. Right. Yeah, it does feel still over here. Okay, if there are any spirits, any entities or any ghosts, you can tell me you are here by crossing these dowsing rods. I really do not mean you any harm at all, just want to talk to you, that's all. It's quite alright, you can come and talk to us, we do not mean you any harm. Okay. There's a different response. You can see that. Thank you. If you are a male spirit, keep them crossed. If you are a male spirit, keep them crossed. If you are a male spirit, keep them crossed. If you are female, uncross them. If you are female, uncross them. Okay. So I can take it as read that you are male. Now, what I'm going to ask you next is, are you the red monk? If you are the red monk, uncross my rods. If you are the red monk, uncross my rods. If you are the red monk, you can tell me you are the red monk by uncrossing my rods. sort of moved out slightly, but it's still crossed. If you are not the red monk, make my rods cross more. Can you give me a firmer yes if you are not the red monk? Okay. This might not be the red monk. Bit hard to tell. What do you think, Trey? Do you want to ask? Okay. It's interesting. I'm just going to reset these one more time. Thank you. So I will ask the question one more time. If you are the red monk, can you cross my dowsing rods? If you are the red monk. If you are not, point my dowsing rods out. If you are the red monk, cross them. If you are not, move them the other way. Neither here nor there. Okay. That's a good point. If you are the spirit of a child, can you cross these dowsing rods? If you're the spirit of a child. No, not getting anything, any more responses. I don't know. I mean, there's been a few reports of what they call shucks. Thank you. There's been a few reports of what they call shucks, which are large dogs. One of them being over at St Michael's Church, or there's supposed to have been two that's seen now. But you can look on the paranormal database. That's where I get some of these from.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you on there. They'll give you, like, say you put in Basildon, and it will tell you what reports around Basildon, whether it's a, you know, a ghost, or whether it's a shuck, or whether it's poltergeist, or, you know, they'll just tell you what happened, when, and how often. It's yeah, it's quite interesting. Right, so we are going to go to the spirit box. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, because what I'm finding, you know, when I'm editing, for me to do a half-hour video, it literally takes hours.
K2
Is it? Why would that move? This is on airplane.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying at the moment it's going out to red.
Was it?
Twice.
I wonder if that's in view of the camera.
That's a very good question. If you're a spirit and you've just made my lights move to red, can you do it again? Now I'm putting my phone right next to it, which is what I just did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is in airplane mode. There.
You see it move that time, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
But when you put your phone down it before, it moved twice.
Although my Bluetooth is on, I don't know whether that would...
I thought that only worked if you've got your data on it.
Bluetooth. Oh no, Bluetooth's off. Well, no, you go into airplane and that's it.
It shuts everything down.
Yeah.
Because my Bluetooth was on when I had my car.
Okay. Right, so
You're getting some sort of message.
I mean, I'm still a little bit dubious because my phone was in close vicinity to it, even though it's airplane. Right, that was me. I'm going to put that there. Shut up. God, you're so sensitive. Stand up, you little sod. I wish this had a volume control. Yeah. Shut up. That's all I'm doing is that people on here. Right.
You do? We're here.
Yeah, the wrong
just not
sort
the
of.
right one.
Right. If there's anything here at all, you can set my meter off. You can come and stand next to me. Come and stand here where my hand is. Right, that's all you got to do. Just move next to that. That'll tell me you're here. That's standing up.
Let's have a look at this.
Yeah.
And we've got
Do you know what? Actually, before I go to the spirit box, when I went over to Wallasey earlier, I was having a little bit of a wander out in the marshes because they were quite dry, and I found this porcelain thing. Apparently it's an inhaler, and I can't tell you what the name of the company is that made it. Not now anyway, but it was stamped on the side of this. It was it was like a little vase, but it had like a spout like that, and then there's like a bit of, like here as well. So it's like a vase with this spout, and it had printed on it such and such sons and whatever you inhaler. And do you know, I googled it. Do you know how old it is?
go on.
120 years old. It was just sitting in the mud. I mean, it's not worth anything. It's broken,
Yeah.
but it was like, what the fuck?
It's a good find.
Yeah, yeah, it's unbelievable. I've got it. It's sitting in a. It's sitting in a bucket in my garage at the minute because I couldn't very studiously clean it. Right, so yeah, I'm going to ask one more time. If you're anything here, you can come and tell me. You can come and stand next to me. Make these lights move. Look where my finger is. You can come and stand there. Look. So we got to do. So next up, I'm going to go to this, the trusty Spirit Box app, electronic, which you're quite familiar with. Right. So we are now going to go to the Spirit Box app. Right, just before I start this, you cannot follow myself, Tracy or Ricky home. Likewise, you cannot attach yourself to any of our equipment or possessions. So with that, I'm going to crack on. Right. Right, before we start, just want to say, it's a lot more coming from Wallasey. Before we start, just remind you, I'm out here with great respect for you. We do not mean you any harm. So, can you tell me your name? Who am I talking? Hello. People. How many? Stop. Two. We got two. Of. Right. Is one of you a red monk? Do we have a red monk here? Yes. I'm asking. I'm asking. Can you tell me your name? Me. So what is your name? Do you really think?
I can't make out.
No. Okay. Can you repeat your name? quiet. Run.
Run.
What's here? Is it good or evil?
Do you know what that sounded like?
What?
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Who said holy shit? Actually, I do feel like doing that, but it's not because of what's here. It's those noises over there. Right. Okay. If you, I will ask once again. Is the red monk here? Have we still got 2 spirits here? Pass.
Through the editing you might hear more.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Right, so. Can you tell me how long you've been here? Help. Why do you need help? Can you pass on? Are you the spirit that everyone's seen here? I'm going quiet again. Hell no. Right. I'm going to look this on the head pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, they're getting more.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Do you have any messages? It's gone quiet. Steve? Okay. Right. Right, okay. I'm going to knock this on the head shortly because I can hear stuff behind us and I really don't want to hang around. It's nothing to do with spirits or ghosts, it's just the people here. So, anyway, just going to ask, do you have any other messages? Are you happy here? Very. Alright, okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Right, all spirits we've spoken to tonight, thank you very much. We will leave you in peace. And yeah, don't forget you cannot attach yourselves to Ricky, Tracy or myself. I record your possessions and you cannot follow us. Thank you. Right, so there we go. Yeah, it's a little bit short and sweet as I said, but I can hear voices going on around here and I'd rather not hang around, to be honest.
The point is them sitting there shouting out what's going on. Why don't they come over and find out?
They're too scared, that's why.
And enlighten their brain.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the two things don't often match. Right, so anyway, there we go. Yeah, I've sort of cut it a little bit short. I'm going to go through the edit and see if there is anything that we can pick out as worthwhile. Yeah. Does that mean there's anything here? Not sure. Make your own minds up. That's the best thing I can say. Whether it's worth... Go away. Alright, good job that never started again. Alright, so just turn that off. I'll probably put it on charge when I get home. I was surprised with that tile. Right, so yeah, I'm pretty much, yeah, we're going to leave it there, guys and girls. Thank you very much. Obviously, when you watch through, if you hear, see, feel anything, drop a comment, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. So take care. Good night. See you again. Bye bye.